Okay, Totem. You know, hello, Toaster. Let's just get gritty. Another Hitade Day? Hold up. I love Pazoots. Pazoots, I have a question. Shoot the bullet, more like. Why does... why is, like, 90% of, like, every internet community feel like it is... Person exists, makes a bunch of stuff. Wow, look at this cool... Wow, this person's so great. I can't believe they make all this stuff. Grooms minors. You have patch notes? Thought it was in Spellcard? Calamity. I mean Calamity, but I mean like a billion things, right? What about Sea of Thieves? Okay, 2005 or later. What's 05? 02 is USD, 03 is PCB, 04 is IN, 05 is POFV. It's POV or later. Think you're becoming a furry? That's a little risky. I love Potato Bot. Yeah, see, it's another Hitade Day. Does it say another Aya Day? No. Taters, the goat. Ever in your life you've seen so many people get exposed as groomers and abusers? Dude, it's like every internet community. I think ever since things have gotten more and more online, since like the COVID stuff, I just feel like it's just like everywhere. It's just like, oh, here's this big name person. Oh, or not big name, but here's this person. Wow, they made a bunch of content. They're becoming big. Grooms minors. It's like, okay. Grooms minors or does some other weird stuff. Okay, what am I doing for grid? I should actually, like, put something into the grid. Associated with a known species of birds. This is very vague. Disrespect, definitely riddle confuse the groomers of big spans with the small face. I mean, to be fair, you ever heard of Drake? Ever do something weird? Okay, not something like that, but still. Yes, but like, you also here's another thing. Hello, Koichi. Like, there's another line of like, okay, you know, when I'm hanging out with my friends, it's like, well, I'll say some weird things, and we'll do some like weird things as jokes, but like, first of all, when you're in a societal context outside of it. You watch what you do to a degree. I do stupid things. I act silly. For various reasons, but, like, there's an extent of, like, action. I think one thing that the internet does is it kind of removes the human element to a degree, so you're more... Do something weird illegal. Yes, that's the second element to it. I think there's two main elements to that. How many people are associated with birds in Touhou? We have... Assuming the vampires don't count, because I don't think the bats count as birds. Haiku 12, the UFO full of kids. Hello, Alan. Yeah, Alan, since Alan is in the Discord, I don't think you saw the message. Have you heard about the Terraria Calamity stuff, Alan? Okay, how many birds are in Touhou? Mystia, Aya, Megumu, Hitade, Oku. So basically, development for the biggest Terraria mod of all time, Terraria Calamity, which you may have heard about because it's a very big mod that's been around for I think 10 years. is completely cut. The development team announced that they're just completely stopping. They might pull it completely. There's still some debate and stuff up in the air. But effectively, the original lead developer, this is what I've heard, this is from what I know, the original lead developer got completely removed from the role after they were caught grooming minors. Allegedly, that's what I've heard. And then they had a new lead developer that I don't know if it was like right now or if this is like just coming up again, but their like replacement lead developer, I believe, also got caught grooming minors. So the developer's like, fuck. I like general. Okay, birds. Touhou birds. Is there more than the 5? There's gotta be more than the 5. The mods, I assume. A lot of people. Oh, look. Okay, I'd say a lot. From what I've heard, some people during the whole development process, after the first outing and with the second one, have asked for like their progress in the thing to get pulled from the project. That's what's creating some like drama with it, right? Is that there are people who have like put work into Calamity that have asked for their stuff to get pulled. This is all like what I've heard. I'm not in the Terraria scene. This is all stuff I've heard. You have a day without drama. I usually just look at it from afar. Birds! Okay, is there more than 5 birds? I swear, if the vampires count as birds, I'm gonna blow things up. It will lead to have Calamity suddenly they're screwed minors, therefore no one wants to take up the role, so mod shit's down. It's fair. Maybe Tokiko? Ooh, Tokiko's a good shot. Good shout. For another bird. But Tokiko would appear in one of these 2 categories. Tokiko would go here. Normally I don't listen to chat suggestions, but I will for the bird category, because the bird one is so niche. Have you tried on? No, I didn't think about that. Taka's a chicken. That's right. And wait, wait. Sagume, right? She's a heron. Yeah, baby! Ooh, we're cooking. Booter, I have a question. How hard is it to not groom minors? I'm gonna ask this to like everyone who comes in chat. It told me to get bent when I asked him to put down Hina Day. Yeah, but it's not. It's Hatade Day. I can't do Hatade. That's my one rule. Normally, I don't listen to people on other things, but like, I'm not gonna do the daily character, right? I'm gonna do. Do I do Oku, Mystia, or Megamu? I'm not gonna do Ai or Hatade. I mean, I could do Kutaka. And with an I and it's yokai, it's Yukari. What a great idea. Fine, you know, I'll do. Okay, I guess chicken don't count as bird. Cool. Let's just do Oku. Yeah, you know, chickens are my least favorite bird. Kutaka's a god. Yeah, she's a fucking chicken god. She's a it's yeah, not a yokai. You're right. It does say yokai. Notable non-yokai equals gods. You're so right. I'm kind of surprised Oku counts then. Now that I think about it. What am I doing? I should probably do something that's not spend 20 minutes doing great. Could have put Mystia. I feel like this, because like this spot is like really prime for Mystia, I feel, right? Okay, Oku's a yokai, Yadagasu's a god. Yeah, but like, you know, it's a little like, in between, right? Hello, Snare. 14.5. Who's in 14.5? You know Sage is in 14.5, right? Get that Kanakusi. Not her name. What? I think I said it right. Kanako? I do you actually know, yeah. Do Red Amelia. Ooh, a good Remy pick. No, I think you're becoming furry because you like Kagero and Inoko, and now you like another one. Is a 14.3. It's a decimal. Have you ever like done like grade 2 or grade 3 math? They usually teach decimals. Speaking of wolves, do you think Momiji appears in 14.3? I'm not willing to take that gamble. You know who does appear in that game? Benshi. If she does the shit spell. Interesting. Well, you know who I can put down here? I can do Momiji. Ooh! Which one would be a better wife? Momiji, Sagume, or Seija? Realistically, Momiji. Personally, Sagume. Shoot the bullets, 9.5. 12.5 is double spoiler. 14.3 is impossible spell card. 16.5 is 16.5 is Violet Detector. Seija, though. Listen. First of all, don't stick it in crazy. Second of all, if you're going to, Seija's the type of thing you go for like the one like. Seija's the type of girl you go for like a month. You date for a month, you go through that arc in your life, and you move on. Seija's not what you commit to for the rest of your life. That's like Seija is the you get that arc in your life out of the way, and you move on. What do you commit to then? Something that's not like you don't commit to crazy like that. Like, some crazy is, like, you can control. But, like, there's an extent where it's, like, you go to it for, like, the wild ride, the experience, to make you a better person, maybe, and then you move on. Speaking of the character you don't marry. Let's see. Honestly, for having a miss, that was pretty good. I'm upset about that miss a little bit, but... Ooh, Sagume best in 2 different categories. And I had the Tokiko best that... Wait. No, Tokiko's second best, because technically, yeah. Shenanigans. Yeah. Sega, Shion, Luis. Oh, I had Momiji in the wrong category! Should have had Yukari up there. Ooh, okay, you know what? Honestly, good thing I didn't put Kutaka in, this spot. Kagero, really? Saggy as well. I mean, Seija kind of makes sense. Phantasm is an extra hurt, yeah. Yeah, nuance. Yeah, there's not that many birds. So what, does that mean there's 8 birds? Because Oku's a safe 6 boss, so she's not in this category. More than I originally thought, but not that many burbs. Okay, that was the world's longest grid. Honestly, despite the miss, not bad. There'd be more birds? No. There's like a lot of characters can fly, and there are like more wings, but they're generally not like birds, right? It's a let anywhere with these birds, yeah. I can plug my phone, it's charged enough for the rest of the day. Like 4%, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna give a warning. despite what I'm about to say, I have actually been pretty energetic all day, and I've even got caffeine, so that might help out. I am on no sleep. I am on absolutely no fucking sleep. Like last night's probably the worst sleep I've gotten in a long while. Nue, Kaneko, or Lunasa, better wife. Ooh, that's a pretty interesting set. I'm gonna go with Kaneko for a couple. I think Kaneko's the best answer there. That being said, I'm also Kaneko biased, so like there's some stuff there, and I also have a lot of anti-Lunasa propaganda in me. But I would still think Kaneko. Today's not the day. Hey, maybe it could be the day. I've had Fridays where I am exhausted at the end of the week. Just completely spent. You know, sick of the what, the non-spell? Dude, fucking Lunasa non-2 makes, like, every game has had, like, one attack that stands out to me. Like, more than the rest, generally speaking, right? As, like, the pain. This game, it's Sanyo spell 1, right? In Mountain of Faith, it was Hydro. What did I say it was in Subterranean? Honestly, Yugi 3 was definitely a bit of a rough one for a bit, but... I don't know, Subterranean's a little mixed. Pandemonium, eh. Kind of Satori as a whole, like Fog, I hate Fog. But, like, I got good at Fog. I still hate it, but... Kind of a, like, Satori, like, Subterranean was kind of a mix between, like, it was the Mountain Toss with the Pandemonium. Right? It's kind of like the double there. That's, like, the real kicker there. And in PCV, it's Lunasa Non-2. Mountain Toss is a cool spell, though. Yes. But that spell was, like... that spell was the major problem. Like, that plus Pandemonium or Demon Parade, depending on what you want to call it, was, like, the real, like, wall, per se. Subterranean. Like, I could get past it, but, like, it's just like a... Like, Subterranean's early game, it's like you get past, Yamame Cringe, and it's like, not too bad. Once I got better at stage 3, it's like fine. I get to stage 4, and that's like I just want to get to stage 5 on a good pace. But then it's either the stage or Satori just says no. Honestly, Orin Midnon 2 from stage 4. Honorable mention. Honorable shout. But Subterranean, I can't really think of anything that off the top of my head that I really hated. That was like a real problem that I hated. Like, I hate Fog, but like, it wasn't that bad. I did hate it. And like, Mountain Toss and Pandemonium, I still, best thing in the whole game. Favorite things come out. Yeah, come out probably my favorite theme too. I do really like Sanyo's theme, I will say that. But like, there's good themes, but I would say, I don't know Momio as well off the top of my head. I would say Kamado's definitely my favorite. Actually, you know what? If I'm gonna pick the attack that pissed me off the most from Subterranean, it's UNR. Like, it's kind of later in the game, so it's definitely a little weird, but UN, like, fucking UNR, it's just, Just feel set up on the sound here. But yeah, I'm going out of my way when you send a message to quickly remove it and, like, to hold it up. Try Touhou 14. Hey. Why'd you try 14? You could have played any other game. So kill Merlin, Nue, Byakuran. Kill Nue. Kiss Merlin, marry Byakuran? Yeah, I know you like Nue. If I feel like for Spooter, that's a foregone conclusion. When you ask me, it's gonna be okay. Who's the craziest character? Probably shouldn't get with them. You ask Spooter, it's gonna be the complete opposite. I can see it's probably Mega Moves. Mega Moves is really good. But no, it probably the attack that, like, this was me authored amongst the 4 LNNs I've done would be Lunasan on 2, UNR, Hydro Camouflage, Sanyo Spell 1. I doubt I would struggle nearly as much with Lunasa Non-2 nowadays, but like that was the attack that really skill checked me when I did PCB. Like I just especially like that attack is also, like, in my opinion, probably the most movement oriented attack, like high-low. Like there are other attacks in PCB that like vertical movement's relevant for, but like I felt like throughout PCB, it's not really that big a deal, but, like, Lunasa Not 2, like, really jumped out for that in that regard. You have a stupid question? You can ask stupid questions. As long as it follows Twitch TOS, you can ask a stupid question. I can't promise I'll give an answer. Like, depending on what the question is, but, like, you can ask it. Attacks you stopped hating after a lot of practice. There are attacks I've come to respect a lot. That like, the more I've done, the more I respect. Suffocation's one of those. I definitely don't like it. Well, okay. It's really mixed. It really does bother me at times, but, like, I do like it a good bit. Oh, you want me to give you a stupid question? Oh, I don't have one off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Any really unpopular Touhou opinions? Necrofantasy is better than Necrophantasia? I don't even think that's that unpopular. Like, it's an unpopular opinion, but I don't even think it's, like, very unpopular. Sorry, guys, stage 3. I gotta turn off chat. Wait, if chat's turned off, I can say things and not have to see you guys' reactions. Unpopular opinion. Yuka is the worst Touhou character in the entire series. Zune never should have brought her back. She's just the worst. Right next to Hina. Jimbo is something that, like, when I sat down and did a lot of practice, I don't hate him as much. I come to respect it a lot more. Needles of Yore. That one as well, definitely. But for the ones that, like, really stand... Generally speaking, like, most Touhou attacks, the more I practice them, the more I grow to like them. For the most part. Though, so, like, a lot of attacks do fall into that category. And, like, obviously, if I die to an attack, it's gonna, like, annoy me. Especially if I die something more often, but, like, it takes a lot for me to, like, really dislike something. Like, honestly, I don't really hate green spam. It does really bother me, but, like, one of the biggest problems I have with it is just, like, the Reimu problem. Which is not inherently green spam's fault, it's more Reimu's fucking piece of shit! What did I just say about this? It's more of a Reimu problem. Okay, you can make the gaps bigger, but you have to unfocus. Or you can make the gaps smaller, but you can focus, but the gaps are a lot tighter. Imagine Deuces were saving fine with Reimu. Isn't that true? Ghost Wheels, Needles of Yore, come on. Also, hello, Buggo. Don't know General Pain's enough to know if mine are unpopular. Next PDH is fun. I like PDH. If I started grinding it, I will say this, and we'll see long term about this. I will probably dislike PDH. I will probably like PDH less than I do most finals, or at least some. Okay, what I should say. I will probably like Okina Spring Final more than I like PDH. I'm 90% sure. Okay, you'd be playing Best Shopper or LNN, imagine that. Oh, I'm doing one of the hardest LNNs in the series. Oh, it's the best one in the game, though, so... Doesn't count, but counts. Minecraft LNN. Yeah! 4.0 power. Actually, I don't know if 4.0 would have killed by that. It would have been real close, but I thought of. But the downside, like, the PDH sort of issue is it's more crisscrossy than something like Okina Spring Final, and that's kind of the risk. That's why I think I will like Spring Final more than I do PDH with grinding. Spring Final is kind of more pure chaos to a degree, especially like Phase 4. Well, it's also probably not twice as hard. Really? You would say it's twice as hard? You're comparing, like, the top, you know, like, maybe, like, the third or fourth hardest attack in Touhou to, like, the hardest attack in Touhou. You'd say it's, like, twice as hard? I don't have a strong enough opinion on the matter. Did practice that much, but still? Bet it is? Huh. If Game Glitcher shows up, you should mention that to him, because he would have a stroke if you said that. I'm guaranteed. But something being hard, like something being harder, does not necessarily make me like it more or dislike it more. I like Divine Orb way more than I like Spell 2. I don't know what Spell 2's name off the top of my head is for Misamaru. I do not like Spell 2 as a design. YYDO is infinitely harder, but like I like it more. I think it's just a better. What's an example of a game that's good because it's hard? I don't like that idea. I don't think a game being hard makes it good, inherently. I think hard games are good because, or hard games can be good via other means. And how it's hard at times. I think USD is very solid and is either the hardest, like, top 3 hardest games in the series, probably, but like, I think this game is hard, but I think one thing that makes this game hard is not necessarily a good thing, right? USD would be as good if it was easier. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more popular, if it was a little bit easier. I think there are certain aspects. I think if books didn't exist, USD would probably be more fun for a number of people. Both casually and like competitively. And so I think that's an example of like, and I think I do kind of enjoy books, but I will say I think USD would be better without it necessarily. But why am I losing frames? I lost like frames for like 5 seconds. But I don't think things are good because it's hard. I think hard things happen to be good. Losing frames by some more, right? And that wasn't like in-game losing frames. I lost like 5 seconds worth of frames of like internet. Makes the game with the mindset of looking at making the hardest game ever just in final. Yeah. It's not like it's gonna necessarily be bad, but I think a game needs to have a reason to exist that's not just difficulty. That's not just, oh, it's difficult. Like, I will like shit talk like Dark Souls at times, but like, especially I'm not like a personal fan of the genre, but I will give it its respect and say that like Dark Souls is regarded as very difficult, broadly speaking. I did not kill a single one of those two. But I think the thing about it is like, I think Dark Souls really have pushed the genre. Right? I think it's like how it's done, right? Like, I'll say this, generally speaking, I think like Kaizo Mario games are really I didn't even fucking kill her. I think like original, like I think like the the Mario Kaizo games that got praised. I think that's like a line of kind of bad difficulty. For broad speaking. Alright, well, that's pixel perfect. Yeah. Also, game glitcher. I want to get your take on Alan saying this. Alan said that he thinks that Okina's Spring Final is about twice as hard as PDH. Oops. It's like saying frame perfect experience. You should say irrelevant or set up to not be hard. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, PCB for the busy person when? I'll play that in a little bit, right? Thank you for the 5 streak. Game culture explode now. Oh, I'm about to explode! I'm doing USD for the busy person, and then I'm going to do, thank you for the 30 streak toaster. I'm doing USD for the busy person, and I'm going to do USD extra, and then I'm going to take a break and do some other things for, like, probably a couple months, and then I'll come back and do PCB for the busy person. It does exist, but I'm not going to do it immediately after USD. Take a break, do something else. I'm not going to binge through all the busy persons, just all in a row. Your recommendation? I literally said that, like, I just not interested in... Like, I've said it many times, I'm not really interested in shmup fan games. It's got some cool elements to it, I'll give it that, and, like, you know, maybe someday I'll touch it, but, like, it's not something that really tickles my fancy. Get interested then, I just, like, again, can opener tier list stream. I've used 2 can openers in my life, I don't have an opinion on more than that. We had one, like, when I was, like, younger, that we used to open cans, and then eventually I got like a newer one. And those are literally the only 2 can openers I've ever used in my life. So, like, the original one I had would be, like, C tier. The new one I got would be, like, S tier. Or the newer one. And then, like, I wouldn't have any other, like, stake on anything else. Like, Reimu's Awesome Holiday or Reimu's Refreshing Adventure. What kind of games are those? Do a Mario RPG Touhou game. How many of those are there? Favorite games of all time. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing after USD Busy Person, but there are a bunch of things I could do. I know what I'm doing after this puppet run, but I'm not sure exactly what's filling the busy person spot immediately. But I don't have to think about it immediately. It's probably going to be a couple weeks, maybe like 3 weeks or something. Two, 3 weeks, something like that. Anyone, maybe I'll try that. I could look at that Touhou Topia or whatever that one is. I mentioned wanting to look at that at some point. Anyone know much about this, Touhou Dystopian, is it? I think it's called. Oh, right, this thing. This game is the one that has the, oh my gosh, why does every character have the fucking biggest boobs? Includes reviewing clothing and depictions of consumption of alcohol. Ooh, I don't know if I can do that. How heavy RNG is, or, like, RPG is this type of thing, though? Because I try to put this for, like, my RPG, like, slot. Like, I feel like this looks a little too RPG for me to want to put in that spot. Actually, the game's 100% safe. Yes, I have been told of that. I dislike breasts. I mean, I'll like people do not like RPGs. No. I like RPGs, but I generally do 3 things. Tuesday and Saturday I do branch. Monday, Friday I do like whatever my other thing is, which like right now it's busy person. You know, I've done Touhou Soccer, just random games. And then Sunday, Thursday I try to do an RPG. I don't really want to put an RPG on like Monday, Friday as well. I like to like space things out a bit. Go back in the burner. Well, it depends. If I win this run, I probably won't see puppets for like a year. If I don't win this run, if I don't at the very least beat the Elite Four, maybe we'll see it again in a handful of months. Who knows? But there are other things I want to do that's not just puppeteering. As much as I do really like the puppet Nuzlocke. Stop dropping frames. You're right, I dropped a bit more. I'm not dropping any again, though. Doping is neat. We're playing a bit. I know it's relatively new. I know Asprey's played a bit of it. So, like, if it's interesting enough, I might hook it up. I might play it a little bit, just on those things. The USD New Classic be a main game. What I'm gonna do when USD New Classic comes out is I probably won't play 18, or if I beat 18 by then, if I happen to beat 18 by then, I probably will stop whatever my mainline grind is. I'll play USD New Classic for maybe a week as like the front end game. I'll go for a Lunatic 1cc. I would not be surprised I get that within a day or two if I really try hard. Maybe I'll go for an LNB. And that, but I'll play it. I'll probably get the extra clear just to do it. Again, I'll probably go for at least a Lunatic 1cc, maybe an LNB, but I doubt I'll play it more than a week at most. I very likely might only play a few days. I'll play it when it drops immediately for at least a couple days, but that's it. But no, it's not gonna be second half stream game. I get more than enough bullet hell in my life playing things on the front half of the stream. I'm not that interested in putting bullet hells on the back half as well. That's one of the reasons why I do other things on the back half, is to take a break, right? Get the alliance mode, yeah. So again, I might only play for a couple days. I might play for about a week. But regardless of how long, I doubt it'll be more than a week. But I will play when it drops, just to do it. It's a new thing. Yeah, at the very least, get a Lunatic 1cc, even though it's effectively just EOSD again. And I already have Lunatic 1cc in it, and an extra clear. I'll rip it again. It's the new thing, right? Oop. Good game. A ton of time in the demo. Oh, Rin Rinky. I definitely looked at it once. What is it again? I definitely recognize the name that I've looked at before, but I can't recall what it is off the top of my head. So that's how it works. Well, there might be a physical, cartridge for the USD. That's the question. For the Switch version. It's not a real one, it's a key. Will probably be a 100% GT exclusive. Yo, well, that's the thing about the Switch, though, right? The game key card is generally for online purchases. For example, like I have a physical copy of Xenoblade 2. When I put that in the Switch, it's like it doesn't do the key card shenanigans. Like it's the physical copy. You put it in the game, you play with that. You can't play it outside of that. Oh right, this looking thing. Still in early access. Dude, those dude, that's Sanaya and that Nick A drawing. It's so good. Yeah, I can try this out. I don't know how much, gameplay I can get out of it, but try that at some point too. Listen, I could complain all day about the Nintendo keycard system, but like, pew! Rat. Oop. So, guys, what are we guysing? Some EOC cast wins the popularity poll. Well, considering that the most likely characters to probably win the popularity poll is going to be, like Reimu or Marissa. Reimu, Marissa, Flawn, probably three of the most likely characters to win the popularity poll this year. Maybe Koishi, throw Koishi out there too. Like, the characters that always appear there. I think it's pretty... Has Remy ever got one? I think Remy was, has been top 3, years ago. Supposed to take place in September. I mean, I think it's good odds that Reimu's gonna win. And Reimu's EOSD cast. Again, if we take, a consistent top 5 appearances, in the popularity poll, who's a consistent top placing characters? Reimu, Marissa, Koishi, Flawn. So it's if some of the others, if Reimu wins, it's USD cast, right? So I feel like there's more likely. Then in the anomalies. I mean, there's characters that jump around. Yuma, after she dropped, was it was very high. I think she was, top 30 in the very first poll. Characters do that. Sanyo. I don't know, because I feel here's the thing. Every year that I've seen the popularity poll, I've seen people accuse something of cheating, of botting the poll or something. So I have zero confidence in broad things. Of what's actually botted and what's just people accusing things of botting, right? I know there's the Koishi thing. There's an absurd amount of first place votes for Koishi out of nowhere. Is that indicative of botting? Maybe, but there's a lot of accusations like that they just come out, and there's just no real I also don't care enough about this, about who gets what in the popularity, really know. If you made a crazy, fucked up, edgy version of Koishi, don't worry. Heartthrobbing Adventure already did. But Fairy's also cringe. Yeah, I think the real end results just did not really care too much about the popularity poll. And not hold a lot of stake in it. Considering that I feel a large portion of people are the 15-year-old fandom bait. The large portion of the people who vote on it are the 15-year-old fandom people. I think it's a fine thing to have. I think popular coexisting is fine. Especially since I can hopefully make content off of it. But... Go share a comic adventure. Mods! Mods, hello? About you don't really care. Oh, I'm not, like, I don't vote. I didn't vote last year. I'm not gonna vote this year. I intend to make a video on it. I'm still not gonna vote. Yeah, the croissant is good. The voting start, yeah, I think it's like 15th through the 31st or something, if what I heard was correct. It's like something like that. Didn't hear of it necessarily. Just gets pushed elsewhere. Guys, everyone, send Alan all of your Aya hentai right now. Here's the thing, I agree with Game Glitcher's take, but at the same time, Game Glitcher hates anything that is, like, hates anything that isn't written down in canon. So he hates every form of the fandom that's ever existed. Someone creates a fan game with a character in it. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, that's too far. Like in Busy Person, when Alice talks about how she's ovulating in the bush, it's like he hates it because it's like, that's not canon. She would never say that. It's like what are you talking about? It's like you hate it because you hate it. Yeah, but don't me. You literally seen the game and have talked to me about what you like Busy Person. And partly for Tornius that time. Oop. That Rumia Vor is Alice. I don't know if it was true Vor. She tried to like bite and eat Alice, but I don't know if I'd call that directly Vor. I don't know Japanese at all. Watashi no Daisuke. I'm not that much of a weeb. Like, I feel like most weeps have that arc when they're like 16 or they're like, I'm gonna learn Japanese, but like some people stick to it. And if you do, you know, good on you. But like, it would take a lot of effort and time to like learn the whole language. It's a hard thing to like it's a hard one to learn with a lot of the nuance to it. So it's like the only reason I would probably ever learn some Japanese is like if I ever like visited Japan or something, I would try to like learn some basics. Right? I feel like that's like about it, right? I could have these super flares about strats. Someone said super in my chat. Can we ban this guy? Hello? Like, it would be a cool thing to learn. I'm just like, Like, it's just like, do I really want to go through all the effort for what? For what? I don't have an intention to move to Japan. Maybe that changed someday, you know, I could do that, but like... I gotta go change my... I gotta go move my stuff from the wash to the dryer. Alright, I'll get when I get my Japanese girlfriend. She'll become my true anime waifu in real life. And then I'll learn the language to woo her over. Even if I got a Japanese wife who's like relatives were heavily like use the language heavy in the language or something, I'd probably learn basics, but like I feel like just would never like learn the language fully. That don't make sense. Move my stuff to the dryer in a second. Like, I have a friend who's half Korean, and he went over to Korea for like a month or something. He's brought his girlfriend with him. You know, this sort of thing. And I believe she learned like some basic phrases and stuff in like Korean and such, but like she does not know the language and did not learn it. For going over there for like long periods. It's just like I feel like the only reason I would like I'd really learn the language fully is if for whatever various reason I were to move to Japan. But I don't see myself doing that in the next year. In the next year or two. So it's like that's not something that like would ever come like how much you actually know about Japanese. Nothing more than the traditional weeb words that everyone knows, right? Watashi no daisuke. You know, I've been in the anime like culture-esque for over a decade. You know, everyone like there's all the common words and phrases that a lot of people know, but like I forgot to unmute. But like outside of that, I don't really know Japanese. Like I'm not gonna pretend that I do. For memes and animes, yeah. I'm also not a sub watcher. Although I haven't watched anime in a while, but like I have watched sub-ant. I fucking hit the Windows key. Ah. I still watching the bullet anyway. Watch his dubs. If I had the option, I will always watch a dub before a sub. Like, no matter what. Generally speaking, when it comes down to visual novels that are like all-in visual novels, I will, you know, I do really like Japanese voices. But, like, all in on visual novels. But, like, just give me English voices. I fucking know English. I don't care. Oh, the voices! Oh my gosh, the voice acting's so much better. You don't fucking understand the voicing! Oh, they do such a good job! Oh my gosh, the original fucking... Oh, they're so good! Yeah, I want to fucking watch something that I can't fucking understand. I have to read the fucking subtitles the entire time. But the fucking... They're so cringe, I can't stand the fucking voices! Like, especially, like... Some old dubs, okay? Definitely not great, but like... Never get spaghetti and meatballs that good in English. Yeah, I will say this. Something like Busy Person. Definitely prefer that in Japanese, I'd say. But like... Oh, dude, just have trashy takes today. Well, the first one was a lie. Okay, oh, one of the first ones. The Yuka one about Yuka being bad, that was a lie. I like Yuka. I think I had her like top 20 or something. Yeah, I'm not a Yuka fanatic like you by any means. Except Ghost Story. Yeah, Ghost Stories is peak dub. Greatest dub on the market. You're live. What do you mean? You watched me do you watched me do my character tier list like 2 years ago, and I think Yuka ended up like top 20. Dude, Ghost Story's dub is fucking hysterical. Said Hina sucked this. Well, that's also a joke. I like Hina. Did she annoy me sometimes with Exile Doll? Yes, but like that was a joke. Looks like wow. But so many people so bad. Bro, I come from a time where watching anime dubbed was like the most sacrilegious thing you could do. Like if I mentioned the existence of watching something dubbed like online, dude, the fucking people would come out of the woodworks with the most slanderous things ever. The worst Exile Doll is hardly her fault. You know, because she's popular. I ended up mixing up the YouTube playlist that had so survive there. Here's the thing. I listen to a lot of Japanese lyric songs. I played many a game with Japanese voices and stuff. I am not someone who is necessarily anti-sub. Now that being said, like if I have the choice of like being the sub or being like the top, I generally not like I'm not a bottom, right? At most, maybe the Switch, but like it takes a really like notable girl to like make me want to be the sub. Otherwise, I don't go for the sub, right? Like, what kind of what am I, a bottom boy? Watch your anime episodes at YouTube that super from split the 4 parts in a playlist. Yep, I know that. It would be Chinese. Yeah, I know that. Like, and here's the thing, again, like, I've watched plenty of stuff. Even across animes, many times. But, like, if there's a dub, give me the dub. Dude, my favorite... one of my favorite things in the sub versus dub argument... And again, like, it's one of those things where it's like... Like, I'm absolutely fine either way. I could do dub, I could do sub. I generally prefer dub, but, like... I mostly harp on it, partially just because how all in some people get on it. One of my favorite things is Persona 5. Someone I think it was on Reddit. Because, of course... Is someone having an absolute meltdown over someone playing the game dubbed? Just like, they just go on this whole thread because someone they like watch played the game dubbed, and they just go on a whole fucking tirade. Just having an absolute meltdown. The game is Japanese made. It was not made to be played in English, despite the fact that the English, like, existed. You're hearing Duff trying to do Japanese kawaii. That's partly why I really have a strong distaste towards a lot of VTubers. But localization was funny. There's some localization to really... I just 11%, like... The sounding language, you know, Japan. Favorite Italian bands, never sing Italian. That is a thing with a lot of, like, well, I'd say, like, European and, like, other stuff. Like, as long as you're not, like, you know, Chinese or Japanese or Korean or something. There's a lot of places just, like, you know, multi-language places. If you're gonna do something, just tend to lean towards doing it in English just to hit a wider audience. Dude, I love some German Pokemon names. You got Fluttermane with Flutterhaare. Rillaboom turns into Gortrom. What I was saying about VTubers, like, the thing is just, like... And, like, this is the other thing. I used to not care about it as much. I care about it more nowadays with... Like, I also, like, don't really watch anime much nowadays, but, like... Speaking of watching anime on a separate title, ooh, I'm really close to like pulling the trigger on watching Code Geass, or Geass, depending on how you pronounce it. My problem with the thing about the VTubers that like really gets me, and this is not a VTuber exclusive problem. This is a problem I have with a number of things online. It's not just VTubers. I hate the fake voice. It like I used to not as much, but like as over time. As things have gone up, it's just... Official Touhou VTubers? I don't know about official. I mean, Melee uses a lot of Touhou sprites. This is genuine, guys. That's not, like, what I was going for. It's just, like, the people who's, like, you can tell they're adding that pitch to their voice. To make them sound more... almost girly? Gives an example. I'm not doing that. I will say, I've done a ton of voices. So, like, me and my friends, we played through a lot of games. We've played through every Danganronpa game. We played through every Zero Escape game. We're playing through 100 Line right now. We played Your Turn to Die. We played every Somnium game. Actually, we haven't finished the most recent, like, Somnium spin-off. But we play a lot of games where they have voice acting in the game, but there's a lot of parts of the game that are not voiced. And, we do voices for the game. By we do voices, it, like, So the friend group that we usually play these games with is me, my younger sister, and our two friends. The older one that she married and has kids with. And we're playing through 100 line right now. And in all the games, it's either like I do every voice or like my sister and I like split the voices. But like during the jealousy, it's like I've done every voice. And like generally, when I'm on stream, I don't go too hard in the voices. Like something like Busy Person, I like give a little bit of pitch, but I don't go too hard. But like, I have always done like a billion voices. I'm not gonna say I'm great at doing a lot of them, but I've always gotten into those. Playing Tales of Symphonia with one of my friends and his sisters, I do like all the voices for the non-voice scenes. Oh, like someone's gotta do them for a lot of these scenes.
Ooh woo.
There you go. There's your woo. What kind of game is Busy Person genre? It's a complete visual novel. Yeah, it's 100% just pure visual novel. It's not even like the 100 line or Danganronpa where there's like other mechanics to it. It's just visual novel. One thing I've learned with like doing voices in games and stuff is that whoever the main character is, no matter what, always just do your normal voice. You will destroy your voice to doing anything else. For a protagonist, you'll just blow your voice up. What is this? Additionally trying. Hip hop. What? I love foreign languages sometimes. You can't understand. Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on. There's a fucking Oh, there's a Mario meme oh fuck. I don't know if I think I have it on my phone, but like I don't know, just go looking for it. Once I put it on Fuck, I think I have to go really digging. I'm gonna dig a little bit. I'm reminded of a meme with French involved. I can't understand French, and yet I understand what is being said perfectly. Fuck, I think I'd have to go like digging through my phone. Seal or no seal. Okay. I'll stop looking at them. It seems sketchy. It's just a link of a good image. Get some audio. I think I should have them on download. Push it down from when? Some of these memes are not Twitch appropriate. I really want to find it. Is that the Incredible Gassy? Wait, I think I know where I can find it. I think I sent it this chat. So... Why did I just read, holy fuck, I've been a naughty kitten. Come on, it's got. I know it's here somewhere. I'm like 90% sure I put it in this chat. Okay, hold on. This is a different meme. But what? No. Just save it. Just type in random letters. Save it as that. Oh, but it is relevant to a previous conversation. I know this is completely. What is this image? Why is this image not loading? What if that's the one I'm looking for? Am I wrong that I never put it in this chat? That's a YTP. Okay, I can put this image on. Oh my gosh, they just changed things on in OBS since I last used it. Oh my gosh, I hate this. This is relevant to the Oh, I found it! I found the image! I'm afraid there's no hope for him. This is relevant to the previous conversation we had. So, to the topic of not understanding a language while understanding a language. Here's the... French is such a beautiful language. I love it. From 24? It might be. I found this image in 25. At least that's what I posted in my group chat with my friends. That detour was so worth it. When you can't understand, when you don't know the language, but you can just understand. And that one AI guy on Instagram. That would A, require me to have Instagram, and B, no, oh, that one! Oh, you're right, that one! I'm mostly just poking fun, just to poke fun. I don't mean it seriously. Ooh, that's a good. I have something that may or may not ruin people if I talk about it in a minute. I've mentioned it before, but I don't talk about it too often. But like, give me a minute. Let me pay attention before I die. Oh, you bullshit line. It's also a late kill. She moved too much. See, that's my problem with two-thirds movement. It's like, yeah, you can follow them often, but, like, when two-thirds movement happen, and, like, that's not, like, an extreme example of it, as I still might have died, but, like, you get in a situation where, like, the boss just, like, moves away from you too much, and you can follow them, but you still might lose a second or two, and then you die because of that lost second or two, and it just... It's just, like, come on. It's because of the two-third movement that, like, the attack lasted 2 extra seconds, and then you just die because of it. Oh, not quite 4.0. So, pizza with pineapple or pizza with anchovies? First, so there's 2 things I need to comment on with this. First of all, anchovies are disgusting. I've had a friend who's had anchovies on pizza, and I was just like, that is repulsive. Second of all, I am not someone who will go out of my way for pineapple on pizza. And I will be on, and I was always on the no pineapple on pizza trend. Pizza with anchovies. You said pizza with anchovies, okay? Like, you could just combine the two. Okay, that's just kind of the broad thought. But I will say, I talked about before, but like every Friday, I go to lunch to a local pizza place. Barbecue chicken pizza. I've had many barbecue chickens. This is easily the best I've had. And so, but like, it was about 2 or 3 years ago. I go there, I go there, like, oh, they changed ownership. Like, they, like, changed brands. Like, their previous thing, they changed names and stuff. Some, like, internal fighting with, because it was a chain, but then there's some internal fighting. They changed, like, ownership and the names changed. But, like, they still functionally have, like, all the same menu stuff, a lot of this, and they are, a lot of the same, like, the same employees and stuff work there. But I go and I order the barbecue chicken. Little did I realize that, like, from before to now, they added pineapple on. I did not realize that. And then so I ordered it, and it came. I was like, oh, it's pineapple now. I was like, well, I mean, I'll eat it. I ordered it. You know, it's here. I'm like, I'll eat it. So then I ate. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. So I get to that degree. LNN, I'm arguing oneness. To that degree, once a week, most weeks, I have pizza with pineapple on it. I am not someone who's going to be like, yeah, huge on the flavor, but it's quite solid. I also am a big pineapple enjoyer. Like, it's like a top 5 fruit for sure. I don't know if I'd go top 3, but it's close. Trying to figure over something else. I definitely will never go to my way for pineapple on pizza. That being said, it doesn't take away, like, the barbecue chicken was my favorite, like, their barbecue chicken pizza, my favorite thing. And they had pineapple on it, and I had it once with pineapple, and I was like, it doesn't take away from the experience, in my opinion. So, like, occasionally, like, when my older sister's in town, or my mom's in town, they also really like that. We go there, and they're like, oh, no, they don't want it. So I'll order without the barbecue, without the pineapple, like, specifically. But, and I'll say, like, with or without the pineapple, it doesn't take away from the experience. The only anti-pineapple pizza is you don't like pineapple. That's fair. I am not, I would not consider myself on team pineapple on pizza. I had it once kind of as an accident. And I'm like, again, on that specific thing, it doesn't take away from the experience. That being said, on a normal tomato sauce pizza, I'm hesitant, and I will not go out of my way for it, ever. Pepperoni plus bacon, close. On normal pizza, I'll go for sausage plus bacon. Pepperoni's fine, but like I like sausage, bacon, pepperoni, like that order. For normal pizza. Going else, I would go, well, I love me some barbecue chicken. All 3? I mean, if you go for all 3, but like I don't always go for a 3 topping. Especially sometimes it's more expensive, right? Buffalo chicken pizza right now. I'm not a buffalo sauce person. Well, that's the other thing, too, about, like, barbecue chicken pizza originally, because, like, it was at this restaurant, and, my older sister and, like, my brother went there once with, like, some friends or something. This was a decade ago. Maybe slightly more. Actually, probably slightly over that at this point. Good grief. And they, like, had it, and, like, my brother didn't particularly like it, but my older sister was like, yo, that's really good. And she was, like, talking about it. I was like, eh. And I'm fairly particular when it comes down to food. And by fairly, I mean very particular when it comes down to food. I was like, yeah, and then, so, like, we were there once with, like, a group. I was like, I'm not gonna, like, go for it. I just, like, there was, like, a meat lovers. People, like, order broadly. I was like, yeah, I'll go for that. That's usually in my tea. But, like, there was barbecue chicken. My sister was like, oh, you gotta try. I caved, and I tried. I was like, holy fuck, that's good. And then, since that day, whenever I gone there, I have twice I have not ordered barbecue chicken pizza from that place. Since that day. I only started, like, regularly going there, like, a couple years back. 2 or 3 years ago. Or, like, pseudo-regularly. I started, like, regularly, like, going there most weeks, like, year and a half ago. But it's peak. It's got bacon, it's got chicken, onions, got pineapple on top. That was not great tea collection. Now I've cursed with a 1.99. Got any stage 5 pastes? Yes, no. What was it? Yesterday it was quite good. I got multiple pastes. I got 2 pastes past stage 3. I think that was yesterday. I was not expecting today to be anything, simply due to, like I've been in a solid mood all day, and I've not felt super tired, but I got, like, maybe 5 hours of sleep last night. Last night was just terrible for sleep. And, like, some of that's my fault, but some of that's just But some of that was also, like, I finally got to bed, and I'm like, okay. And I just couldn't fall asleep. Like, it took me forever to actually fall asleep. I just struggled to fall asleep. And I finally did fall asleep, and I woke up, like, 45... Like, for someone who's, like, got, like, no sleep as well, I woke up, like, 45 minutes early, and I couldn't fall back asleep. It was just... It was not a good night last night. There's marinated beef, bacon, kebab meat with mushroom, onion, paprika. Not bad, not bad. I will say, there's a lot of food that I'm like, I don't want to even touch, like, just looking at it. I do like mushroom, but I like mushroom sparingly. Like, steak and mushroom, great stuff. And as someone who's, like, had mushroom on a few things, I've been like, ooh, sure, mushroom on pizza, I'm sure I'd like that. I had that once. I do not care for mushroom on pizza. I will have mushroom with some things, but not with pizza. Maybe I need to try more pizza with mushroom. Very possible, but the one time I had it on, I was like, twice I've had it on. I was just like, no, I would definitely like this better if it didn't have mushroom. The mushroom is so good. I will agree to you. Like I said, I do quite enjoy me some grilled steak and mushroom combo there. That's great, but like, your go-to pizza is a Pentagon. Wait, hold on, phone's ringing. What? They just hit the Pentagon? But mushroom is far, far from one of the more questionable. Okay, here. Just hit the hexagon. Here's one thing I want to say, and I know a lot of people here are European, so they're not there. Like, oh. I wonder if it's just like saying repairs are going swimming there. I need to say something important. Has anyone here ever had Chicago-style pizza? No. Well, like I know most of you are European, so you probably don't. Here's what I want to say. I've been in Chicago. I've actually been in Chicago a couple times. First time I ever went. Okay. Go to Chicago. And there's someone I know that's been there many times. They're like, oh, there's this one pizza place we gotta go to. And it's they've been to Chicago many times. They're like, there's this one pizza thing. There's this one pizza place that, like, top tier, like, they do the Chicago style pizza, like, perfectly. Like, so good. Like, it's like like they just keep praising it. Like, I know many people praised it. I'm like, okay, we're going. And, like, they're there, and then I had it. I'm like, this is the most mid pizza I've ever had in my life. Like, it's not necessarily bad, but I would never, ever go out of my way for that. And I also bring this up because, like, recently I was talking with some of my friends when I was visiting my friends down in Wisconsin, like last month. One of my friends, like, I think was in the air or something, somewhat recently, and they like had it, and they brought it up as like, yo, Chicago pizza, it's just mid AF. It's so mid. I'm like, yes, I don't know why. Like, I've heard some people like talk it up and make a big deal. I had it, and like, I'm particular about things, but it's just so fucking mid. Like, just give, like, what are we doing? Like, it's hard to make pizza bad, broadly speaking, without, like, oh, just putting on, like, really bad toppings, in my opinion. But, oh, fuck, oh my gosh, like, you could just make something normal and it'd just be fine. For the squares, yeah, like Zoot said, it was like... And part of it is, like, it's not bad, but, like, it was so overhyped, I'm just like, I would just get anything regular over that. It was so mid. And overpriced. Absolutely overpriced. Overpriced. I mean... To be fair, for at its time when I had it, which was several years ago, like, it's definitely, like... You can get good pizza from, like, pizza places, especially, like, local place around here. For cheaper, definitely cheaper. Like, it's... Turns out pizza in a few years, God's gift. Mods, can we ban Pazoots for sacrilege? I mean, I understand where you're coming from, because in order to, like, eat that pizza, you'd probably need to be a few beers deep in order to actually enjoy that pizza. Scalper price is not that, like, but, like... So everyone's been to a restaurant that claims to be nice, and you go there. It's like, it's not bad, but, like, you're like, I could go to somewhere, get, like, something about as good for $5-10 cheaper, right? Like, it's good food, but, like, I could pay this price to get something a lot better. Or I could pay something cheaper to get something as good as this. I gotta pee. Neapolitan pizza is actually goated. What does that mean? I feel like I've heard the term, but, like, it's been a while since I've heard. Like, I thought Neapolitan was, like, you know, Napoleon was, like, you know, decades, centuries ago, even. Like, I don't think he's around nowadays. What are they doing putting him on pizza? We dug up the ashes of Napoleon and cremated him and turned him into pizza. Here's one thing I feel like I've learned when it comes down to pizza. The more, like, specialized a place claims to be, like, oh, this is, like, this is, like, the, like, pizza place of the area. This is, like, the specialty thing. The more mid it is. It's frozen. I think the big thing about pizza is the fact that, like, your casual like, you know, cheaper end, just like not like hot, not like the hot, not something you get at a fancy restaurant, like something that you'd like for especially other things be like, ah, that's like mid, it's just cheaper stuff. Just tends to be pretty fucking good. It's been a while since I like made frozen pizza, but like pretty solid, like just respectable. Cheaper and sometimes better pizzeria, yeah. I think that's just the nature of pizza. Also, Italians are not good at making pizza. If like, here's the thing: a lot of people will be like, "Oh, you know, you gotta go, like America's not great for food." Like if you're in America, you always get foreign food stuff. If there's one thing that America has done right, it's make pizza. On average. Like when it comes down to the Western food situation, like quality and like does things better, like you know, their food is shit. I will concede everything. I don't have a strong stake in the matter, but the West reinvented pizza the proper way. Although I always in the matter I get reminded of a meme that I love, which is the me eating a pizza. Man, this is really good. And then that one person who visited Italy with his family once when he was 14. It's okay. Yeah, I voted the pizza. What's that post? Is it like a Tumblr line or is it like Twitter or something? I forget like where it originated. Yeah, that one post of someone like losing their mind over people with like the like the Italian mafia like type of thing, like just like freaking out of how like people like blowing it up and just like I forget the exact like terms and words they use, but like someone like gave several people like making fun of like all like the Italian like mafia type of thing. Fuck, what's the term for the Italian mafia? There's an actual like term for it that's like well known. Fuck, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm cooked. And then it's just like someone like play up. Oh, I can't believe people make like go about the, and then just a reply. I cook at the pizza. I'm not so far away degrees that it's crazy. That's not what I was thinking of, but I've seen that one before, and I like that one. I'm taking from own push-outs. I burned the pizza. Mafia? Yeah. I just couldn't think of the term properly. Domino's kind of mid. I'll say this. So I have two takes on the chain thing. 15 years ago, Domino's was mid AF. But I don't know what happened. As of late, like within the past few years, It was like 5 years ago I had Domino's once. I was like, no, they've actually, like, in my opinion, in terms of the chains in my area, I think they're the best of, like, chain, cheaper restaurants. Second of all, one thing I've learned about chains, really region dependent. Like, if, like, when you go to, like, fast food chain type restaurants, it's like, some like, times you'll go, like, go to one town and be like, oh, this one's good, but you go elsewhere, it's like, yo, this is the most mid one I've ever been to. I just feel like, for some reason, those type of things, like, really depend on where you are. Also, hello, 11. I didn't look at that image until now, and now I, Can we get my mods on this for 11? Ban 11, they should. Domino's in Maine. I can't speak much for Domino's outside of this, but, like, I just feel like a lot of, like, chains and stuff, it really just depends on, like, the region. Like, you can go, like, I become convinced that there is, like, for every chain, there's a good one somewhere, but, like, maybe it's just a bad thing. Normal human conversation. Right, spamming the word sex with Tenchi, copulation, you know, just, like, every fucking anal with Tenchi, blowjob with Tenchi, like, billion times, is normal conversation. Like, if you're gonna spam having sex with a character, you might as well pick someone, like, someone good. Someone worth having sex with. Yeah, you doing it might be. Been on his way once again, posting something that's like borderline ban worthy. Like, it's not like something that like is bad enough where it has to be banned, but it's like close where it definitely could. Okay, 11 also post horrendous stuff. Well, don't make it TOS. That's really the thing. Just don't do anything that's not TOS. 11 likes to push the line, and there's been some non-stuff. More horrendous stuff in your life at the moment? Depends on what you mean by horrendous. And also, if it's Spooter saying it, I'm a little concerned. Like, what does horrendous mean to you? Like how I did that third wave. Proud of how I did that third wave. Notice a common denominator with Non-2. When she goes up, the cap rate increases. Weird. I've really gotta pee. Can you let me, like, come in? Never mind, I'll just force my way in. I mean, you get one for the day. It's pretty good, especially as hit or misses today might have been. I've seen that fox mating image before. Yeah, that's kind of what I was concerned about. You know, like you're going horrendous in a Yuka domination type of way, or in a Yandere Parsi type of way. Could be other things as well. Okay, Stage 4 of the Sage of Hopes and Dreams. Homing? I know I was complaining about homing, but I had to, like, focus for a second. So I, like, I wish true homing existed when I was focused. That's a problem with, like, the opening section. There are times I really want to focus, but you kind of want to remain unfocused. It's like the green spam problem all over again. Oops! What?!
Come on, really? That timing had to have been so
Fucking close! Why? Dude, that had to have been like a hair off of the last guy spawning. Are you shitting me? Dude, that's the fucking most cracked cap I've ever had, too, for yellow spam. It's wasted on fucking... Dude, that had to have been, like, pixels off. Are you fuck... Come on. Should just time them down. Like, if you time down... Like, if you time out the third one, you're always fine, but, like... It's like, I swear... Like, if you kill the third guy in a situation like that, it's like... It's like, as long as you wait till he's done shooting, like, you basically always get just the fort. Oh, that's so fucking stupid. Like, I accidentally killed the second guy, and it's fine, because, like, the third guy's fine. Like, I timed down the third guy. I didn't time him out, but, like, you can time down the third guy, wait till he's done shooting and kill, and and it's fine. Like, 98% of the time. So it's like, I had to have been just, like, a hair off of my timing. I don't know if I love that image. With Bonds. It's been 2 hours!